What's up, Court Reacts? We back with another video, and y'all. Today we are watching Ceddy Nash and the Pooh Shiesty case as it develops. As y'all know, this is all allegedly. I did speed this video up just a little bit because we did watch this in a Law and Crime by Sidebar. So just listen to what he has to say. Let me know in the comments down below what y'all think. But again, I will be having more videos from Ceddy Nash posting out throughout the day today. So make sure you guys hit that like, comment, subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Inside the recording studio, Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover. As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint. The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items. One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping. The ringleader of the conspiracy, Lontrell Williams Jr., was on home confinement at the time of the offense, as alleged, for a prior firearms conspiracy charge and conviction out of the Southern District of Florida. Towards the end of his prison sentence, he had been granted home detention. Part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items that appeared to be the jewelry that had been robbed from the victims. The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendants' roles in the federal offense. This is as follows: electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions. Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least 2 of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. In this case, came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document. This case should serve as a warning to others who believe that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way of conducting business.
There were 4 people in there. They just don't want to tell on that off-duty cop. That's what that was. They don't want to tell on that off-duty cop. Let me tell y'all something. I'm going to let the internet judge this. I won't even give y'all no opinion. Like my boy, the family over there, like he always say, man, I don't give you no opinion. I just give you a story. I want y'all to listen to this part. Roll it.
2 questions. This is Chase with the Dallas Morning News. So the initial incident happens in January 10th. We're here in April. Can you describe the timeline and the length of time, you know, why we're talking about this now? Because it sounds like these arrests happened recently. And then the second part of that question, did all of the arrests happen yesterday, or were they happening over the span of time that we're talking about?
Yeah, good questions. I'll start with the last part. 8 of the 9 happened yesterday, and then we're still working on one more. And that was, again, a lot of those happened in Memphis. One happened in Nashville, and we're working now with our Georgia counterparts to get the last person brought to justice. Do you want to ask another question, follow up to that?
No, actually, I forgot yet too. I'm going to come back after you.
Okay, and remind me of your first part, sir.
We had the initial incident on January 10th,
Yep.
here April 2nd. Can you describe and kind of characterize why, you know, that amount of time passed before they were arrested?
Well, that was one of the reasons I wanted to list off some of the evidence that has been uncovered to date. A lot of this was subpoena work, search warrant work, and things like that in order to develop the investigation. And so the agents here with me, the agents out in the field, it takes a little bit of time to identify who did this offense and build a case so that we feel comfortable bringing the charges. So actually that's pretty quickly for a federal case of this gravity and this nature. And so I'm very proud of the investigative work, and it will continue from this office as well as our FBI and our local police department.
If convicted of these charges, these arrests, how serious are these crimes? What do these people face?
They're facing a range, so there's no mandatory minimum in this case. It's a range of punishment, and it'll be in the province of the judge, whoever gets the case. But it could be from 0 all the way to life imprisonment. And as you know, a lot of what will guide what's called the sentencing guidelines will be the individual's previous criminal history, The fact that one of these individuals committed the offense while on home confinement, so actually serving a federal offense, assuming that individual is convicted, that will be an aggravating factor for sure.
So all of this happened on January 10th. A lot of y'all calling me basically side work with the feds, the police. Why would I disrupt a case like that and put people basically antennas up? But it's funny. Y'all all called me a liar. Y'all all said I wasn't telling the truth. Y'all all did this, and now y'all got to circle back to the point where now I'm being dissed by people who want to say that they broke stuff first. But it's fine. We bros. We cool. But I'm going to set you on fire real quick. You want it? Roll it.
So at first, shout out to Ceddy Nash. Ceddy Nash rocks the internet, and he said there was an altercation with Pooh and Gucci. After the altercation about getting up out the contract, Pooh made Gucci sign the contract. He left. After he left, some dudes ran up on Gucci. They robbed him, took his ring, took his watch. His security tried to draw guns, but guns were drew on them. And he said he could get the jewelry back. That's what Ceddy said. Then I see the video from Poetic Flocko. Get the jewelry back. Now we got Tasha K coming out, and Tasha K is saying that wasn't no jewelry stole, that Gucci Man was kidnapped, held at gunpoint, forced his way out of the deal. Listen, y'all. I'm starting to believe ain't nothing happened. It might have been a little spat, but how the hell, and Tasha K said, trusted source that knows it all told her this. So one situation happened, and we got all these goddamn different reasonings and different sources coming out. What the hell happened to the man? As I look, Pooh is still signed to 1017. He still got 1017 on his YouTube. He said he in album mode. He ain't said nothing about nothing. Gucci ain't said nothing about nothing. Keisha, who's a civilian, ain't said nothing about nothing and hinted nothing. He's still on the 1017 website. They still selling this merchandise. They still got FDO up there. It don't look like no man up under no contract to me. And then my whole thing is that I did some little research, and Keisha is a part of that too. Gucci can't just sign rappers away. Keisha gonna have to sign too, because yeah, it's Gucci label, but I don't know if it's a part ownership. It's something to where she has to be there for when Gucci signs certain things, and you know, because Gucci is labeled schizophrenic and he might make rash decisions. So when it comes to decision making, business making, she has to be there to one witness and the two co-sign. I don't see Keisha co-signing, bruh. So what y'all saying, Keisha got robbed too? Is the jewelry gone or not? Ceddy said the jewelry is gone. Tasha K said ain't no jewelry ever get took. Ceddy said Pooh left. Tasha said Pooh held him at gunpoint. Tasha said that Pooh got locked back up for it, but we see him playing a video game. But Ceddy said that Pooh is only in the halfway house for violating some type of residential stuff. All I know is, y'all, is that I don't believe nothing no more, man.
Bet your ass believe now, huh? What my video say? Gucci Mane robbed after Pooh Shiesty dispute, January 15th, 2026. What I do and what other people do are completely different. How they do whatever they do is completely different than mine. I'm not here to tell you who's wrong and who's right. I'm just going to tell you how I do my spiel. But I just find it funny how all of a sudden certain things start to happen and all of a sudden I'm the whatever the hell. That's fine. But everybody doubted my story. The true visionaries, bro, y'all know I don't need to lie. I don't need to make this shit up. So I'm going to give you some more shit that the internet blogs don't know. I'm going to break down some more stuff that nobody know because they didn't know the damn story when it happened. So here it goes. Gucci Mane had the opportunity to stop this shit, and he said he didn't give a damn. Gucci's exact words was, I don't give an F. That was his words. What happened once the robbery happened, Gucci got on a plane with his people, pissed the hell off. His people being the security guard. How did he say it's only 3 individuals? Because the 4th person was an off-duty cop who made the original complaint. Think about what y'all hearing. That FBI agent just came out his mouth and said, we further got his shit, meaning we further proved that this actually happened by the ankle monitor, by the outside businesses that had all of this shit, his daddy being dumb enough to partake more and more in this shit, which the initial was, his daddy ain't had shit to do with it. Turns out that part of the story, a little more likely nah, they was trying to save the daddy. And I know why they trying to save the daddy. See, the daddy got some shit in 2019 that came out about him. That'll get released, not by me, but they gonna put that shit out there. Yeah, there's some stuff that happened. It's either 2019 or 2009. One of the 2 dates. So be on the lookout for his daddy paperwork to drop soon, and it's gonna make a whole lot of sense. So Gucci gets on the plane. They land. The off-duty cop asks Gucci, what you want to do? Gucci said, I don't give a F. But that, when they got there and that timeline of what you want to do didn't happen immediately. My bad, y'all. I'm epped out real quick because there's so much shit I want to say, but it's like, y'all don't get it, bro. When you be knowing shit like I know shit and you still got to adhere to this punk ass street code, to all of this shit, bro, and you do certain things that, yeah, I'll leave it at that. But basically, Gucci had a chance to stop this. I told y'all yesterday, Pooh Shiesty and his people was flaunting all this shit and everything. Yo, oh, no. Oh, Ceddy Nash, you wrong. The jury. Sure. Why not? So instead of gloating, how about this? Welcome back. Welcome back, y'all. The same guy who told y'all P&B Rock died. The same guy who told y'all Black Zach was arrested facing life sentence. I'm still that same guy. The same guy who told you the bullshit with Lil Durk before that even happened, years before, and called that. I'm still that guy. That's the reason y'all subscribe. It wasn't just the hood lawyer shit. So when y'all see certain people get on blogs and start saying, bro, Ceddy Nash, he really be hiding shit and doing all this shit and everything, bro, I'm done. Dear rappers, leave me alone. I don't want to be cool with y'all no more. I make it a habit not to take pictures with rappers. And I don't want y'all to know who cool with me. But at this point in time, bro, shit, I ain't gonna lie. It's like, F all that. But to the story. Gucci had the ability to stop this, and he just didn't care. And I gotta be honest, that's on y'all to judge. Because on one hand, I can see somebody saying, damn, bro. Damn. Y'all just robbed me. Y'all want to flaunt it in my face. Then the other time, the way I see it is, Gucci, you should have stopped it. You should have let him up out that contract. You said no in that studio. None of this shit even happens without Gucci Mane basically saying no. And all you niggas from Atlanta that, oh, this can't happen to Gucci Mane. This can't happen. Yeah, it did, nigga. We all get robbed, bruh. Street cats, you gonna get robbed. What, you want your life or you want to die? Apparently, Gucci chose his life, which he ain't wrong for doing. Yeah, the old Gucci, what you thought Gucci was Teflon? So no, bruh. But here's the worst part about this story. Yo Gotti said to Pooh Shiesty daddy, if y'all get out that contract, bruh, shit, I'll give y'all 10 mil. Now, that's the way that a lot of people are going to spin that, so that bullshit gonna come out later on. I'm here to tell y'all, that nigga Yo Gotti ain't know none of this shit that was gonna happen. Hell no. All that nigga said was, bro, y'all can get out that contract. Shit, I got 10 mil for y'all. We gonna unite Memphis, do all this bullshit and everything, which is not gonna happen at all. Yo Gotti, you must have forgot PRE still exists. Uh-huh. So, nah, nigga. Dolph still king of Memphis as far as I'm concerned. I don't give a shit who y'all see me hanging out with. Still, nigga, it's RIP Dolph over here. But Yo Gotti's not gonna get hit with a conspiracy for basically offering money. But I'm gonna say this: Gotti should have advised him on some real shit. Get a number to get out of your contract. I'm going to give you that number and on top of that, and then we're going to make it back and then we'll split it from there. So that's where I'm going to blame Yo Gotti for a little bit of this shit because Yo Gotti never, ever told these niggas the whole entire thing. But Gucci Mane was not trying to let Pooh Shiesty out. So all we got now to look forward to is Lil Durk and Fujiano. That's it. That boy facing a life sentence. And he better pray he get 30. Big 30 might even snitch. That nigga ain't been in no real trouble. And Pooh Shiesty daddy, his paperwork drop, y'all let me know.
All right, y'all. We just finished up with this video. Go ahead and leave your thoughts and opinions down below. Do y'all think that Pooh Shiesty is officially out his contract? And do y'all feel like he will be getting a life sentence or his sentence will be shorter? Comment down below what y'all think. Right now, for me, it's a little bit hard to tell what the evidence that's put out. You would think that it is a hard, solid case, but you never know. So we just got to stay tuned and see what happens. But we are out, y'all. Peace.